flowing waters and ancient stones. Source remembered, rewriting your bones. A boat, adrift, on a shimmering path, broadcasting hope and maybe a laugh. A spiral tongue of mischievous wit, just trying to soften life's hard hit. We stand together, although you roam. My voice will guide you and bring you home. Through midnight mists and candle glow, stories ripple, soft and slow. Whispers weave where shadows play, and dreamers wake before the day. Tune your heart where the wild winds blow, and follow the tide to the radio. Flowing waters and ancient stones, source remembered, deep in your bones. The rivers hum, the path calls, echoes dance through the ancient halls. A spiral tongue of moonlit wit whispers truths you half admit. We drift together, and though apart we roam, my voice is always a current and will always lead you home. Beneath the dark, the dream unfolds, silver threads through the stories told. Beneath each breath, the night comes low. The pulse, the wave, the undertow. Surrender softly. Let it flow. And lose yourself in the dark moon radio.
Good morning, welcome to the Dark Moon Radio live show, live from the Narrowboat on a canal. Yes, I know, the technical side has just driven me crazy. However, welcome to the Dark Moon Radio live show, I have live on a canal. YouTube. Yes, I've been doing live on Twitch. The technical side has just driven that was me easier. Crazy. However, I think I have live I'm live on YouTube. It's like, oh my goodness. It's taken me so long to get to this point because I'm all self-taught and I'm just basically messing around. I have no power. I am off-grid. Oh my goodness. So I take my power from the generator and we are getting some solar self-taught, just a little solar. But most of it's generated and yeah, I'm sitting here with a laptop and some various, lots and lots of little cables connected to everything. However, we've done it, I think. We'll see how we go. I've been doing radio now for my radio presentation for a couple of months, trying to get to this point.
However,
I'm on
done
Citrus
it,
3.
I think. We'll see how
You
we
can
go.
find it all on sylvanus.rocks.
I've been doing radio now for
Darkmoon.rocks
my radio presentation
is
for a couple
the
of months.
website. Yeah,
get to
there's
this
all
point.
lots of
I'm on
websites
Citrus
there.
3.
I'm also on Substack and
On
on WhatsApp. WhatsApp
WhatsApp
community. Good morning, WhatsApp community. Hello, how are you doing today? I'm feeling a bit frazzled. I had yesterday a tech sort of like
on
splurge,
WhatsApp
trying to get live
WhatsApp
on
community.
YouTube.
Hello, how are you doing
It
today?
took me about 3 or 4 hours, and I've
feeling
played
a bit
with it
frazzled.
before,
I
and I
had
hadn't worked.
yesterday
I
a
didn't
tech
get there.
sort of like
Today I've done it!
trying
Whoopee!
to get live on YouTube.
Anyway, we've got music for you. We've got
3 or 4 hours,
the
and I
Morning
played
Dow
with it before,
story.
and I hadn't worked. I didn't get
Yeah. Today I've done it! Whoopee! Anyway, we've got music for you. Let's get real. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it alive. We got some dopamine.
Yeah.
I got a cup of tea. Have you got a cup of tea? Whatever. You're gonna need it. Just chill out. Let's get real. Let's take a deep breath. I've got this far.
We got some dopamine.
Now, yeah,
I got a cup of
YouTube
tea.
has always
Have you
been a
got a
little
cup
bit
of
concerning
tea?
because my
Whatever.
music is
You're gonna need it. Just chill out.
therapy music,
Take a
but
deep
I've
breath.
wrapped
I've
it
got
up
this far.
in royalty-free music. Now, I hope,
YouTube
I
has always
pray
been a little
that
bit
most
concerning
of my
because
music,
my
all my
music
music now is YouTube friendly, but I've taken it from Pixabay, and Pixabay is copyright.
I think, I hope, I pray
They've
that most
just
of
talked
my
to
music, all my
YouTube,
music
and
now
it's got copyright.
is YouTube friendly.
In other
I've
words, it's
taken it
copyright
from
free,
Pixabay,
royalty
and
free,
Pixabay
as long
is
as I don't use it
copyright,
standing alone. So I've blended all my tunes to it. I've blended all my poetry to it. It's unique. It's different. Yes, absolutely. Wouldn't have it any other way. But yes, some of them have been refused on TikTok. TikTok has just got annoying.
It's unique. It's different.
But
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
I'm
Wouldn't have it
hoping
any
this
other
music
way.
will be alright.
But yes,
I don't know. Most of it is. I've had a TikTok, a YouTube channel now for years.
I'm hoping this music
and I do put my music up there, and it's all sailed through.
So most of it is.
We just hope and pray. Pray to the waters, the running waters.
And I do put my
I'm
music
pagan.
up there, and it's all sailed through.
I do my witchcraft,
we just
practice witchcraft.
hope and pray.
I'm also a counsellor and
Pray
coach.
to the waters.
And yeah,
the
I'm just a
running
voice in the dark.
I'm
basically,
pagan.
these
I'm
are dark days. Watching
do
an
my
empire,
witchcraft,
empires
practice
crumble.
witchcraft. I'm
These
also
are
a
dark
counsellor and
days,
coach,
but we will hold together.
Yeah, I'm just a
Sometimes
voice in the dark, basically.
you think
These
you're all
are dark
alone in what you're
days.
thinking and feeling and
Watching
doing.
an empires
And
crumble.
that's what I do.
These are
Is
dark
you're not alone
days.
in the dark.
But
I'm
will
going to
hold
talk
together.
about astrology.
Sometimes
I'm going to take the piss
you
out of
think you're all
astrology.
alone in
I'm
what
going to
you're
talk about
thinking and
tarot.
doing.
I'm going to talk about
And
crystals.
that's what
I'm going
I
to talk
do,
about
is
airy
you're not
fairy
alone in
hippie
the
stuff.
dark.
And
I'm going to talk about
I'm going to talk
astrology.
about things that work
I'm going to
when
take
we
the
get
piss out
real.
of astrology. I'm going to talk about tarot.
Because things that don't work when the shit hits the fan in your life, let's not bother with that. Huh?
Things that work.
If it doesn't work when the
real.
shit hits the fan, what is the point? And everybody is different, so I can't tell you what to do. I can just give you suggestions that works for other people. That is my sole objective here. Okay, I'm going to play Old England. I love my England. I am living on the Canals system here.
Okay,
and,
I'm going to play Old England.
I love my
This
England.
is my land,
I'm
this is my
living on
home.
I am English and I'm
the,
proud, even though
Canals
that's a little bit
system
politically
here,
incorrect to say these days.
But
There we go. Let's play
this
some
is
old
my
England.
land, this is my home.
I am English and I'm proud, even though that's a little bit politically incorrect to say these days. But there we go. Let's play some old England.
Old England's echo. Breathe the mist, remember the moon. From silence to song, we are reborn. Roots below and stars above. Old England still speaks to us every morning with breath. The stones still hum where the rivers bend, whispering tales that never quite end. Roots remember what the crowns forget, dreams sow seeds where hearts once met. The land breathes slow through hidden veins. Old songs awaken in the rains. The mist curls softly through memory's gate. Time folds inwards, yet we must create. Breathe in the soil, the dew, the song. You have been here all along. Call the past through present breath, and weave new life from ancient death. The wheel turns not in haste, but grace. Each soul a mirror, each age a face. Walk between worlds with open eyes. The old gods rise where the new sun lies. Walk between worlds with open eyes. The old gods rise, and the sun will too.
The spell begins and begins again. The spell begins again. We are woven, we are true. We walk this path in the mist with you.
Spooky stuff. I have to say that my songs all come with hypnosis warning. I'm using hypnosis, subliminals, NLP, all of that to I have to say that empower. My songs right? I need people to be empowered. I don't want people to be thick as planks retarded. Okay, you need to be empowered. You need to go beyond yourself. We need to grow. Grow out of this. I don't want the only way is up and out. And I do believe that that's the way forward. Empowered. So that is what I'm doing. But first of all, first thing in the morning. 8 o'clock on a Tuesday the 3rd of March, and it is a very potent day today. I will be getting that into the cosmic weather. But yes, it's 6 degrees out there. Tuesday the 3rd of March. That's a little bit on the chilly side. Yesterday it was a balmy old 8. Yesterday was better. But yesterday afternoon was just stunning. 6 degrees out there. A spring afternoon, and I went for a long walk with the dog. And it was just awesome. You just go head up the canals, and it was muddy in places. The mud hasn't disappeared where your well is, but get outside. Get outside and see. Wow, just see the sunlight, see the light hitting things. That alone is fine. But let's find some dopamine this morning. Wow, now, I've got into the habit of sort of writing little stories every morning. That alone is fine. And this morning the world is kind of wrapped in a semi. I've got into the habit of sort of writing little stories. It's not totally clear. Every morning there is like a sort of a shimmer of moisture in the air. It's not a full mist. Oh, the full mists are quite beautiful. It's not and often I get swans. There is like I've got swans, and they have been to visit, but they missed breakfast this morning, and I just couldn't be bothered to hang around. The full mists are quite. There's just like they sort of appear, and they're not as delicate and fragile and graceful as they make out to be. Sometimes I've seen some pretty big fights going on. But there was nothing there this morning. Delicate and fragile and graceful as they make out to be. Sometimes I've slightly moist. The air was going on. Just stillness. But and the canal reflects everything, so it's a sheet of grey silk, reflecting the sky so perfectly that you can almost not see where one ends and the other begins. Everything, so it's a sheet and it just feels suspended, reflecting the sky, a held note, so perfectly that you can almost not see where one ends and the other begins. The bird songs are going nuts. The birds are happy. Yes, they've found the next gear. Right, they've moved up a gear. For the last week or so, they've been happy about, ooh, look, it's getting spring-like. No. The birds are happy. After yesterday, it's like, yeah, and it's building, and it's growing, and it's like, it's no longer a subtle undercurrent. After yesterday, now we're dealing with, like, yeah, and it's building. Hello, spring. Growing, and the blood is beginning to rise. The sap is beginning to rise. And it's like it's a tightening in the air that says, yeah, stick your boots on, you're going to need them. But nothing quite looking dramatic. But something is rearranging itself behind the scenes that says, and today we're heading into new gear. You're going to need them. We've got a blood worm moon. Or a worm blood moon. I'm not really sure. I take the piss out of a lot of the astrology stuff, but I'm very much into the astronomy. In other words, what we're lined up, we are ugly bags of mostly water. I take the piss out of a lot of the astrology stuff, but I'm very much and basically water is pulled by tides, and tides are pulled by planets, very subtly. But most especially the moon. So spring has not burst into politely. It gathered. It builds pressure. Very subtly. It sends us a few storms and a few days that you think, no, this is still winter. Don't be silly. So spring has not burst into politely. It gathered. Yesterday afternoon it struck. Today it's still in the air. The air is moving. It's shifting. And then the grey sky is not an ending. It's like a palette. Yesterday of colour struck. Today it's still in the air. And the storms. The air is moving. It's shifting. They're not regressions. The grey sky is not an ending. It's like a palette. It's nice when your equipment suddenly goes, ooh, I've got a refreshment for you. They're not regressions. So go sit with a cuppa. Coffee or tea. It's your choice. It's something nice warm to wrap your hands. Equipment suddenly goes, ooh, I've got a refreshment. Just take a look at the sky. So go sit and know that it's okay. Coffee or tea. Everything is in rhythm. Everything is happening as it should. Whether you believe in predestiny or total chaos, it doesn't matter. It's okay. The seasons will believe in it for you as it should. You don't need swans for this to be meaningful. You don't need a spectacle or a drama to know that momentum is forming. Shift does not always arrive with fireworks. You don't need a spectacle or a drama. Sometimes it comes with just damp air and a whisper. Shift, and the whisper now is becoming louder and louder. And you'll feel it in your bones, in every breath. You can almost taste it. You certainly taste the bugs if you leave your mouth open too long. But today is, the mornings are not loud, but we're going to gather momentum through the day. Today is preparing. This morning is preparing for the opening number, which hopefully will happen later. Right. Today is preparing. This morning is preparing for the opening number, which hopefully will happen later. Right. Shadow isn't where you fall apart. It's where you stop pretending that you're fine and finally find your feet. dark moon rock. Yeah, just ignore the dog if you hear him barking. He's usually going after the swans. They nibble on the side of the boat. And they make this sort of noise, and the dog just goes nuts. He also goes nuts if people walk past. And if they happen to have a dog with them, it's like, right, my boat. It's very useful. It's definitely very useful. Right. He also goes nuts if people walk past. And if they happen to have a dog with them, I write all this. These are all my own words. It's very useful. I am learning GarageBand. I'm putting GarageBand together. But I have been using Pixabay music to blend into my words, and it's been absolute fun. I'm thoroughly enjoying that. My words are all sort of mystical and magical. I have a few here that are sort of, I've tried to be funny, but you know what, you ought to stick in your own lane. I'm not that funny, but I've tried. So those are all power-based sort of self-empowering, funny, but you know what, words and music. I'm not that funny, but blended together. I call them spell songs. You can find a whole list of them on YouTube if you go look for them. But as I said, I'm using other people's royalty-free music, so I'm a little nervous about YouTube. Spell songs, but you can find a whole list so far. They seem to have, but Pixabay seems to say on their license that it's allowed on YouTube. And I'm not using it as standalone, I'm blending sound effects in it into other things. So I'm fulfilling the criteria of the license. I'm just a little nervous about it. And I'm not using it as standalone, I'm blending sound effects in it into other things. So I'm fulfilling the criteria of the license. I'm just a little nervous about it. Hold that line. Don't get caught. It's an obvious line. It really is. It's borrowing. No one knows your clarity. I know. Souls not bring from the story that you've been told.
Finding a reason to go on without drowning in an obvious con. It's a narrow line we're asked to walk, and we're not told to walk our talk. In a silent room we're told we have to endure.
Truth is borrowed, truth is soul.
But in my dreams and reasons I find many ways not to lose my mind. In my dreams and reasons I find so many ways not to lose my mind. In the private theatre of my dreams, there's no warden that stands at the door. I find escape routes, and I find the codes, and I keep my mind intact. This world is built to shake you loose, strip you of what you thought was certain. Let it go. Let all the slogans
Hold that line.
fade away, let it all fall away. For no one can lend you truth.
Don't get caught.
No one can lease you certainty. You have to dig, you have to claim, you have to breathe your reasons to form your name. And when they come, you stop being lost, you stop apologizing, you step into what you've been told. This world seems to be designed to lose all you can hold, letting go of what since birth you were sold. Reasons are your own to find and let flow. And once found, you are seriously in the know.
Once it lands, oh yes. Truth is borrowed, truth is soul. Break from the story, because it was told. That line, yeah, that line, hold that line. Don't get caught. It's so obvious. It's just obvious. Busy playing with some new toys. Yes, I know. I'm looking at AIs. I've been using sort of ChatGPT to help sort of
Busy
give
playing
me the
with some
technical
new toys.
yes, I know. I'm looking
technical,
at
how to build
AIs.
this, how to build a radio station, how to
using
do
sort of
this
ChatGPT
sort of
to
music.
help
And
sort of give me the
technical side,
technical,
it's awesome. It is also sort of good for brainstorming.
technical,
I
how to
I
build
like
this, how to
ChatGPT.
build a
I
radio
can
station, how to